So Mel Herring keeps guys like Lamont Roach.
When you spar, Tank, what did you learn about yourself when that happened?
I learned that I can hang in there with the elite level.
Very vigilant, but I don't think Tank can let Lamont get too big of a lead either.
Gervonta Tank Davis has been putting in serious work as he gets ready for his upcoming WBA lightweight title defense against Lamont Roach on March 1st, 2025 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. His intense sparring sessions leading up to the fight have highlighted his explosive power, incredible speed, and solid defense, showing that he's in peak condition and fully prepared for a dominant performance. Gervonta Tank Davis impressed during his pad work, showing off incredible speed with lightning-fast combinations, quick reflexes, and powerful punches. His precision and high energy clearly demonstrate that he's in excellent shape as he prepares for his fight with Lamont Roach.
You know, changes rhythm. We saw both.
Professional boxer Michael Fox has had the rare chance to spar with both Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach as they prepare for their upcoming fight. Fox praises both fighters for their high boxing intelligence, noting that their ability to think strategically and adapt during the fight makes them tough opponents. He points out that while both have incredible skills, the subtle differences in their fighting styles could be crucial in determining who comes out on top.
Both of them, then.
Oh, I mean, this is the thing about both of them, and like what people don't be knowing about Tank is, you know, they both have a high IQ, a high boxing IQ, and you know they think, you know, Tank isn't just in there throwing it open. You know, he's setting stuff up. Lamont Roach is really reactive defensively when he needs to be, when there's punches coming. So I think it's gonna be a high action jump. I mean not high action. It's gonna be like a slower. It's gonna be like a slower paced joint until somebody lands something big. Then business pick up, and then I mean you know we know Tank's bringing a big shot. So you know Lamont's got to be very vigilant, but I don't think Tank can let Lamont get too big of a lead either.
You know, I've seen Lamont in the amateurs. You know, I don't have no relationship with him. I'll tell you the truth. He can't beat Tank. He can't beat Tank. It's just in watching the development of both fighters. You know, as a fan, Tank has got to a different kind of level. The way his mind thinks, his confidence, the way he's walking into the ring, it's going to be alpha. He's going to be very alpha. He's going to command the middle of the ring. He's going to be backing the slower guy up. He's going to try to box and counter him. But I think that Gervonta going to be swinging for the stands very early.
Several boxers who have sparred with Lamont Roach have expressed doubts about his ability to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. While they acknowledge Roach's technical skill and determination, they believe that Davis's raw power and strong presence in the ring could pose challenges that Roach might struggle to overcome.
Herring can box out of resisting coming back from him. He's not really worried about that eye from the left hook.
I think the fight's going to be interesting only for the simple fact that they know each other and they spar with each other. So Lamont's going to be able to pick up on a certain couple moves. But I think when it starts to, I got a stoppage about sixth or seventh round. by Tank. I think that Tank is going to be able to stop him. I think it's going to be some moments where, Lamont maybe makes Tank look a little stupid just because he kind of know him a little bit and he kind of a little comfortable. He can be able to do some things defensively to kind of offset some stuff. But I think Tank has too much firepower for the smaller.
Having sparred with Gervonta Tank Davis before, Lamont Roach enters this fight with a clear understanding of his opponent's style and strategies. Roach is determined to defeat Davis, having focused intensely on improving his own skills during training. He believes that his self-awareness, knowing both his strengths and weaknesses, will be key in creating a game plan that can neutralize Davis's incredible power and speed.
Can make you fade. You gotta hit him right back and you gotta steal the play. That's a myth this year. You gotta take.
All right, Sean Zattel, happy to be joined by the WBA super featherweight champion of the world, Lamont Roach, challenging for the WBA lightweight championship of the world on Amazon pay-per-view in Brooklyn, March 1st. Lamont, man, what's going on? Let's start. Let's get into the fight, man. I got my first one for you. What do you carry from your times with Gervonta in the amateurs, fighting him, knowing him, sparring him, that helps you to know you can beat him March 1st?
Just a lot of personal info. Just a lot of personal things that can really maybe be a factor to the fight for sure. And I'll probably let you guys know a couple things, maybe, definitely after the fight, but I'll let you guys know maybe like one or two things, maybe. We'll see.
Olympic silver medalist Keyshawn Davis reflects on his sparring sessions with Gervonta Tank Davis, emphasizing the intensity and valuable lessons these experiences provided. Keyshawn points out that Tank's combination of speed, power, and strategic skill made him a tough but highly educational sparring partner. These sessions have not only improved Keyshawn's own abilities, but also deepened his respect for Tank and his standing in the boxing world.
You see Herring come back with his comment. I think Joel Diaz is too excitable, and that you'll have the.
Keyshawn, I just remembered you sparred Tank as well, right?
Yeah.
When you sparred Tank, what did you learn about yourself when that happened?
I learned that I can hang in there with the elite level. I feel like I can take a punch because he caught me with, well, I remember he caught me 2 good shots, caught me with 1 good hook, and he caught me 1 good straight. And knowing Tank, like, you don't know really to expect when you get caught with a good shot. So he told me I can really take a punch. He told me I can box with the best and shit. I feel like Tank, he tested me. He tested my skill in a way where I always had to like stay sharp, watch out for his power, and just be real defensive. Because I'm not really a defensive fighter. Even though I got great defense, I love fighting like Tank does. So he had me fighting a style that I don't usually fight, and I feel like I got better at it. I capitalized it. And I learned a lot from sparring Tank, man. Shouts out to Tank.
What's that like in the ring? Like you said, before you get hit, you're kind of like, shit, this is Tank. What is this going to feel? Is that just a question you get answered once you get popped? It's like, okay, now I know how I take it. Now I know where it's at.
For sure. That's what every boxer, even in a real fight, if the dude is not a hard puncher, but you still try to see when you punch, like, you probably get hit, boom. Oh, that shit wasn't that bad. Shake it off. And if that shit come again, you can be confident, like, boom. You feel me? So it's really like, once you take that first hit, like, oh, that shit ain't nothing. Or if you get hit, boom. Okay, he not gonna hit with that no more. You feel me? You always gotta get the hit to really know how you want to fight your opponent going forward.
Featherweight prospect Bruce Carrington shared his experience training alongside Gervonta Tank Davis. Carrington noted that Davis's relentless pursuit of perfection pushes everyone in the gym to raise their own level of performance. He recalled times when, after successfully executing a technique, Davis would insist on repeating it until it was flawless, showing his dedication to constant improvement. This drive has become a source of inspiration for other fighters in the gym.
He's strong. Oh, because I'm gonna let you know.
I was watching, learning, you know what I'm saying, trying to pick up on little things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the fact that he don't make no excuses, and then if he don't do something good, he gonna wanna, let's do it again. Like, nah, you right. I ain't do that right, let's do it again. Like, that shows that growth. That shows that you wanna continue to keep growing and learning, and that makes a person a real dangerous fighter. If you think you know everything, bro, like, you're not gonna keep growing. But if you are open to learn, no matter where you at in your career, you're gonna always be dangerous.
Strength and conditioning coach Myron Flowers discussed Gervonta Tank Davis's natural abilities, highlighting that while talent is important, having the right environment and guidance is crucial to developing it. Flowers emphasized that Davis's openness to learning, combined with the support of his team, has played a key role in shaping him into a world-class athlete.
And let's talk about these strength and conditioning levels to when you first met Tank until where we at today.
So you mean in reference to our training, what we did?
Yeah, well, maybe not necessarily that, because I know that's the bread and butter, but levels from where he was to when he first started to now.
Yeah, so it was a lot of stuff that, again, Tank is talented. You know what I mean? Natural talent. And then you have that in sports, right? Where guys have natural talent. And then only sometimes it takes people outside of that to evaluate them to know that it's more. Because they can't see it themselves. They're talented. And then sometimes even the people around them, not that they mean any harm by it, they can't see it either. So, in reference to like his flexibility got a lot better. His speed and explosiveness got better, learning, working on his actual sprinting mechanics and then running, right? And learning too, you don't necessarily have to run these long distance, sustained mileage to also be conditioned. You know what I mean? How you can integrate speed, how you can integrate the conditioning and the strength training to where you're sprinting in the workout. That's a lot of stuff that he got better at. His explosiveness from doing plyometrics, just doing some things to make him overall a better athlete with his talent in boxing. That's what we were able to focus on. And you'll see a sprinting, jumping athletically, right? That sometimes from the common person just watching boxing won't know or can't see it. Okay, right. So it's just like anybody else. You can get away with certain things because you're just better than them. And then you have a guy who's super talented.
Coach Myron Flowers shared more insights into Gervonta Tank Davis's character, focusing on his intense competitive drive and his eagerness to learn. Davis approaches every training session with the goal of improving on his previous performance, always looking for ways to enhance his skills. This relentless drive for excellence, combined with his willingness to accept feedback, highlights Davis's commitment to staying at the top of his game and maintaining his edge in the sport.
I like Tank's work ethics in the gym.
Oh, he's a competitor. He wants to compete. You know what I mean? He wants to win. He wants to, do more than the next guy, but he's also humble in a sense because there's a lot of things that he wasn't good at that he had to learn and watch and sit back and then, okay, now I got it. Push myself, but was humble enough to learn and listen to a lot of things that he was able to do. He has never done before. And that's kind of hard to do to people, man, to really say like, listen, man, if you do this, I know it don't really directly correlate to boxing, but I promise you it's going to help you in the ring. That's hard to introduce to people.
Featherweight champion Gary Russell Jr. shared his thoughts on Gervonta Tank Davis's personality outside the ring. He noted that Davis is more reserved, preferring to keep to himself and avoid trash talking. This quiet approach stands in contrast to the often flashy and outspoken personas of many fighters. Russell pointed out that Davis's focus seems to be on letting his performances in the ring do the talking. His observations highlight Davis's professionalism and commitment to his craft, choosing actions over words.
The rest, I'm gonna hit you wherever just a few seconds ago. Trying to test the whiskers of.
Absolutely. And as far as Tank, I know that there's been a lot of rumblings in social media that you want that fight. Y'all went back and forth. You wanted that fight for a few years now.
We never went back and forth. I'm the only one that's been saying shit. Tank know to keep his mouth closed when it comes to me. He don't say too much. So
Speaking of him, obviously, what do you think about this fight against Lamont Roach, man? Because there's a lot of people that are kind of iffy on it because, again, another guy moving up in weight. There's a lot of other guys that they prefer to see fight, including yourself, Shakur, a lot of the other bigger names. What do you think about that fight? What was the first thought that came to your mind when that fight got announced?
I think the same thing that everybody else thought. Unfortunately, you know, Lamont Roach, he got in his feelings when I gave my honest opinion. So, like I said before, after you fight Tank, win, lose, or draw, if you really feel some type of way about what I said in my honest opinion, then make me your next opponent right after Tank. I'll fight you at 130.
Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult has made a bold prediction about the upcoming fight, stating that Gervonta Tank Davis will beat Lamont Roach in a decisive fashion. He highlights Davis's superior power, speed, and experience as key factors that will likely overwhelm Roach. While he acknowledges Roach's skill and determination, Showbiz believes that Davis's strengths create a clear mismatch, leading to a likely victory, possibly by knockout.
Wherever just a few seconds ago, trying to test the whiskers of round number 9.
Lamont Roach is good. He's a good fighter. You know, Jamel Herring, good fighter. Jamel beat him. But when he fought Shakur, that was diabolical. Stylistically, Lamont Roach hands be at 10-2 and his shoulders be squared up. And Tank, bruh, it's just, he's not great enough at what he does. And honestly, Tank is so good, the type of fighter it takes to beat him is somewhere north of 135. He's out at 147 somewhere. It's not a diss to Lamont Roach. It's like, you look at that matchup and like, okay, brother.
Lamont Roach's confidence going into the fight comes in part from his past sparring sessions with Gervonta Tank Davis. Having faced Davis before, Roach feels he has a solid understanding of his opponent's fighting style and habits. This first-hand experience gives him a sense of preparation and belief that he can handle what Davis brings to the ring.
Sleep here in round number 9 and not allowing him to do that. Well, I disagree a little.
I fought him in the regional junior Olympics and the fight was close. They took a point from him, they took a point from me, but though the point was unjust or whatever the case may be, and he beat me by a slight margin on the point system.
What does this do for his career if you beat a Tank Davis? If who beats Tank Davis? Lamont. It's physically impossible. Name me the reality in which this beats Tank Davis. I know the odds against him. I know this. The obvious is against him. He's fighting against the obvious. I'm dangerous. Lamont Roach Jr. can box. He got skills. His left hook is his best shot. Trying to fool around. You just don't have the power to keep Tank off of him or make Tank respect him. Tank's chin is too solid for him to carry any power to 35 and do anything to Tank. He's going to sleep and waking up famous. And that's the Lamont Roach Jr. story. And so the obvious happens, I say, since they friends 10, but Tank could end it at 6 and 7. It's going to the card. Hell no. No way that fight goes to the cards unless Tank go to the card. Going to the cards. Going to the cards.
Despite the familiarity between the two fighters, many experts and analysts remain doubtful about Lamont Roach's chances. They point to Gervonta Tank Davis's consistent performance and growth at the highest levels of boxing as major challenges for Roach to overcome. The general consensus among boxing professionals is that Tank is the favorite to win the upcoming match. Many predictions highlight Davis's explosive power and impressive knockout record as key factors. While Roach may show determination and technical skills, most expect that Tank's relentless offense will likely lead to a stoppage victory, possibly in the middle or later rounds of the fight.
Trying to test the whiskers of round number 9. He's consistent on his combinations.
Yes, my people, my prediction for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. I predict Tank will knock out Lamont Roach in round 6 to 8. I think Lamont Roach will start this fight a bit slow, but I think as the rounds go on, he'll start to let his hands go. And I think Tank will be coming forward with a high guard and reading what Lamont Roach is doing. Lamont Roach is sometimes open to shots, so I think he might get knocked down early in this fight. Lamont Roach, though, doesn't really have the power to affect Tank, but he does have a bit of fast feet to be able to keep him away from Tank. But I see Tank landing a massive shot on Lamont Roach in round 6 to 8 that will knock Lamont Roach out.
Esteemed trainer BNS offers valuable advice for fighters facing Gervonta Tank Davis. He warns against engaging in direct exchanges with Davis, highlighting that Tank's counter-punching skills and power make trading punches a risky move.
Oh, nice right hand. To sleep here in round number 9 and not allowing him in.
I think that's a good fight. I would have to go with Tank, though. I would have to go with Tank.
Lamont would be moving up. What would he have to do to make that fight?
Oh, he moving up?
Yeah, it would be, he's the champion at 30.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have to go with Tank.
What does he need to do to make this competitive?
Don't trade with him. You got to box. Box, smooth, time up. But it's difficult when you fight Tank, man. It's difficult when you fight him. Tank sets you up with all types of shots, man. And also, like I tell people, Tank can box when he want to box.
Lamont Roach isn't bothered by the criticism. He has made it clear that the opinions of his critics don't matter to him. He's not focused on what people are saying. Instead, his attention is completely on the fight and proving himself inside the ring.
Half a step back, the fighter being in close is taking.
I only got 3 words for the super haters and naysayers. You from New York, SMD.
How do you block out the naysayers and the people and their opinions they have of you?
They don't matter to me at all, especially the ones who think I'm not a worthy opponent or whatever the case may be. 9 times out of 10, you don't know shit about boxing. I got here without them. I'll still be here without them. You can't do anything that I'm doing on nowhere near close to my level, so I really don't care. I really don't give 2 flying.
Many boxing experts and fans believe that Gervonta "Tank" Davis is the favorite to win this fight. After analyzing both fighters' records and styles, most predict that Tank's power, speed, and experience at the top level give him a significant advantage over Roach. Several experts see this as a one-sided battle in Tank's favor. They argue that Roach's best chance is to survive the early rounds. If he can withstand Tank's early attack, he might have a shot, but if not, the fight could end badly for Roach.
Big left. The judge's hands.
Tank Davis, undefeated, a knockout artist, a power puncher. He's definitely a human wrecking ball. 29 wins, 27 by knockout. He sends opponent into dreamland. And Lamont Roach Jr., he's not bad either. A solid boxer, technical. He has good movements and he has underrated power. His record, 24 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. A skilled fighter, but can he handle the Tank? So the previous fight for each of the fighters, for Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, he KO him to the body, and the liver said, "I'm out." Hector Garcia, that opponent saw a ghost, and he just can't continue. Another TKO win. Rolando Romero, and that guy was sent to a different timeline. Another knockout win for Tank Davis. So it's all knockout for Tank Davis. Meanwhile, for Lamont Roach, he won the WBA Super Featherweight title against Hector Luis Garcia in a close decision. But here in that title, he defended it. His only loss is against Jamel Herring, but he has improved since then. So for me, the keys to victory for Tank Davis is very simple. Pressure, power punching. He only needs 1 shot to end the fight.
That's all for today's video. Be sure to stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.